Anne Frank was born Anneliese Marie Frank on June 12, 1929, in Frankfurt, Germany, to Otto and Edith Frank. She had an older sister named Margot. The Frank family was Jewish, and they lived a comfortable, middle-class life. With the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party in 1933, the political climate in Germany became increasingly hostile towards Jews. Seeking safety, Otto Frank moved his family to Amsterdam, Netherlands, in 1934, hoping to escape the growing anti-Semitism in Germany. In Amsterdam, Anne and her family adapted to their new life. Anne attended the Montessori school and later the Jewish Lyceum. The Franks made friends and integrated into the local community. However, their peace was short-lived. In May 1940, Nazi Germany invaded the Netherlands, bringing the same oppressive anti-Jewish laws and restrictions that had driven the Franks from Germany. Jews were forced to wear yellow stars, and their movements and activities were severely restricted. As the situation worsened, Otto Frank prepared a hidden annex in his business premises at 263 Prinsengracht. On July 6, 1942, the Frank family went into hiding in the secret annex along with the Van Pels family, Hermann, Augusta, and their son Peter, and later Fritz Pfeiffer, a dentist. Life in the secret annex was tense and claustrophobic. The 8 inhabitants had to remain quiet during the day to avoid detection by the workers in the warehouse below. They lived in constant fear of being discovered by the Nazis. Anne, despite the oppressive conditions, continued her education by reading books and studying. Anne received a red-checkered diary for her 13th birthday on June 12, 1942, just weeks before going into hiding. She named it Kitty and began to confide in it, documenting her thoughts, fears, and experiences in the annex. Anne's diary entries provide a poignant and vivid account of life in hiding. She wrote about the mundane details of daily life, the strains of living in close quarters, and her hopes and dreams. Her writing also reflected her growing self-awareness and maturity. Anne aspired to be a writer or journalist. She revised her diary with the hope of publishing it after the war, inspired by a radio broadcast calling for the preservation of personal wartime documents. On August 4, 1944, the inhabitants of the secret annex were betrayed and arrested by the Gestapo. They were first taken to Westerbork transit camp and then deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp in September 1944. At Auschwitz, the men and women were separated. Anne and Margot were later transferred to Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. Conditions there were horrific, with rampant disease, starvation, and overcrowding. In early 1945, both Anne and Margot Frank succumbed to typhus, just weeks before the camp was liberated by British forces in April 1945. Anne was 15 years old. Otto Frank was the only member of the secret annex to survive the Holocaust. After the war, he returned to Amsterdam and learned of the deaths of his wife and daughters. He found Anne's diary, preserved by Miepkes, one of the helpers who had supported the family in hiding. Moved by Anne's writings, Otto decided to fulfill her wish and publish the diary. The Diary of a Young Girl, also known as the Diary of Anne Frank, was first published in 1947. It has since been translated into numerous languages and has become one of the most powerful and widely read accounts of the Holocaust. The secret annex where Anne and the others hid has been preserved as the Anne Frank House, a museum dedicated to her memory and the lessons of the Holocaust. It attracts millions of visitors each year who come to learn about Anne's life and legacy. Anne Frank's diary gives a human face to the immense tragedy of the Holocaust. Her vivid and honest portrayal of life under Nazi persecution has educated generations about the horrors of the Holocaust and the importance of tolerance and human rights. Anne's story continues to resonate today, reminding us of the dangers of hatred, discrimination, and intolerance. Her diary is a powerful tool for Holocaust education, fostering empathy and understanding among readers worldwide. Anne Frank's life, though tragically short, has left an indelible mark on the world. Her diary captures the resilience, hope, and humanity of a young girl in the face of unimaginable adversity. Anne Frank's legacy continues to inspire and educate, ensuring that the horrors of the Holocaust are never forgotten, and that the fight against hatred and prejudice endures.